What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Roasted Beans and Tires. Today we are going to do a little walkthrough of what our first day, travel day, looked like down to McCar, Kentucky from the Buffalo, New York area. We decided to stay in McCar, which was right on the Devil Anse Trail system, and also got us access to the Buffalo Mountain Trail system, which are the two systems we did while we were down there. And actually, day one, we did an outlaw tour with Legendary Tours Incorporated. There will be a video on that later. But where did we stay? What was the town like? And is it something that we would do again? And was it easy to get to? That's what we're going to go over. Stay tuned. Roasted Beans and Tires. We're here to show you our trip down to West Virginia, Hatfield McCoy trails. We left the Jamestown, New York area at 7 a.m. and we headed on down to McCar, Kentucky, which took us about 8 hours total. Google Maps will tell you 7 hours and 18 minutes, but obviously you got to stop for gas, which we did twice. We were using a Ford F-350 to tow our stealth trailer, which had both machines in it. So between towing and everything else like that, we used about a tank and a half of gas. Obviously, the spot where you used the most gas was going up and down the hills of West Virginia when you got later in the ride. First thing we did when we got to the gas station was just double check to make sure our straps were still good and that they held in strong. Obviously, we did go below the suspension and they held the entire way, never moved. The machines themselves didn't move an inch. It was awesome. The trailer I have is a 24-foot deck space, about 29 feet total, and it held both machines just fine. We chose to stop at Sheetz because they have a diesel station that also has DEF, and at Sheetz you don't need a fleet card to fill up at the pump, unlike others. After about 4 hours, we were finally in West Virginia, and it took us about a total of 8 hours to get down to McCar, Kentucky. The majority of the time you are on highway systems, 4-lane highways, up and down some hills, but nothing crazy. The last 35 minutes you are going through some back roads, and it gets tight. With our trailer, it was okay, but Route 52 into Matewan and McCar definitely was tight, going through some small towns, but awesome view, awesome area, but definitely be careful because it is a little bit difficult to manage with a longer trailer. Once we got to Kentucky, we got to our Airbnb. We were staying at the Almost Heaven Hideway. This had 4 bedrooms and it had 5 beds inside of it. It could sleep up to 11 people with 3 separate bathrooms. It was an awesome house. Had a fire pit that we used every night, had a gas grill that we used the last night for cooking. This is in McCar, Kentucky, and right across the bridge from Matewan, West Virginia. Just so you know, this side in Kentucky is dry, but Matewan across the bridge is not dry, so you can go to the bar and buy alcohol there, but just a little fact that we weren't aware of, but doesn't really matter. You're literally 100 feet away from Matewan. Right across the street was a Quality Foods grocery store. Great prices, great food. Had all the essentials you needed. Also right next to there was a gas station so you could fill up. The best part is you were 100 feet, I don't know, 100 yards away from Matewan, and you were able to go down to Trailhead Bar and Grill and a few different places right downtown. And even better, for those coming to ride, you are able to get right on the Devil Anse Trail system, right on that road. It was easy, it was accessible, and it was awesome. Right down the road from the Airbnb is Trailhead Bar and Grill. This is where we spent the majority of our time. It is ATV and UTV friendly, so you can drive right there on your machines. The prices were absolutely amazing. Real shocker compared to New York. And the service was great. The employees were amazing, super friendly. And overall, we had a great time here. They don't stay open the latest, but it was still a great time. Right down the road, there is a Dollar General, which is on the West Virginia side, so they do sell beer and alcohol there if you were looking to get some. But remember, on the Hatfield trails, you can't drink on the trails themselves. I'm going to give you a quick little tour of our house. It was nice. It had separate entrances for the downstairs and for the upstairs. So there is a whole separate area downstairs. That is where I ended up staying. As you can see, you can walk right in this door, and I will show you the basement here. When you walk in, they do have a nice little pool table. They have a table set up with some playing cards and stuff like that. Then you do have a flat screen TV downstairs that has internet access, so Roku, but you're able to get Hulu, Netflix, everything you needed. There's a full bathroom downstairs with a shower. I will say 2 or 3 of us took a shower at once, and it was still awesome water pressure and awesome temperatures, so no issue. Right next to that is one of the bedrooms. That is where I chose to stay, and it was a very comfortable bed. Honestly, a very comfortable bed for an Airbnb. Downstairs, there was a little kitchen with a fridge, and then right next to it, you had your washer and dryer. That did come in very handy for us with obviously riding. We were able to wash all of our clothes very easily. Then if you walk up the stairs, you will come to the top, and there's a little office area. If you're looking to do some work, you're more than able to. And then that leads you directly into the kitchen, which is also the main entrance out the back by the driveway. And the kitchen and bathroom are right there. Again, a full bathroom. And directly across from there is a full bedroom with a queen bed and a TV of its own. So that's a nice room there. And then obviously you can see the full kitchen. You have your microwave, you have your stove, dishwasher. They did leave a very nice little gift basket with s'mores. Those came in very helpful while we were sitting around the fire. Then right outside of the kitchen, you have a few patios. This one goes right off the kitchen, and then there's one that goes off the front that overlooks the front of the house. After that, there's another little living room, a few couches, a fireplace in there, and then there's another TV, which then that main door right there leads you to the patio where there is a grill and table sets, and you can sit outside. It's an awesome little area. This will then lead you to the main stairwell that will bring you to the 3rd floor, which at the top you will see another bathroom, full bathroom with a bath, and then it brings you into a bedroom that has a full queen bed. And then it also has a bunk bed there, so you can sleep 2 people, 3 people on there if you wanted. This house definitely accommodates up to 11 people. If you really have that many people, it's a great option. And then across from there, you can see there's another bedroom, and then you have your full bath, sink, and shower. There were plenty of extra pillows, there were plenty of towels, and everything provided, linens. At the end, they do just ask that you take everything, strip the beds, and put it down at the washer and dryer. If you have some time, head down into Matewan, West Virginia. It's an awesome, cool little town. There's little local shops, there's local bars, local restaurants. We went down there, we shopped tons of Hatfield and McCoy stuff and souvenirs, got kids stuff for the kids and for us. But definitely a cool little town. Everything, again, accessible by your machine. And to us, that was a huge factor. This place was absolutely awesome, and we will definitely make sure we're back. All right, and that was our trip down to McCar, Kentucky and Matewan, West Virginia. If you are looking for a convenient spot to stay for the Hatfield McCoy trails, that's going to get you right on the Devil Anse Trailhead. Devil Anse. It's going to get you right on the trailhead, which will get you access to the whole Devil Anse Trail, all of Buffalo Mountain, and Rockhouse. We were able to hit all three up within the 3 days we were there. Plus, we did an outlaw tour. Honestly, it's awesome. There's not too many towns where there's bars and restaurants, and Matewan is awesome for that. Trailhead Bar and Grill. They had a Mexican restaurant. Tons of shops so that you can get souvenirs and T-shirts for the trails. Honestly, a grocery store and a gas station. We will definitely be coming back. If we are staying down in that area again, won't even look for another spot. We'll 100% come right back to Almost Heaven Hideway. I will put a link down the bottom for the Airbnb, and if I were you, I would book this spot. Roasted Beans and Tires, we're out of here. Stay tuned, because we have videos for all 3 of our days coming out and to show you some exciting things. Thanks.